Welcome to another episode of the Roma Miclat podcast, a podcast where we talk about real experiences and real stories by real people. And today I have another guest, and he is an entrepreneur, a motivational speaker, a podcast host, and an author, JPaul Hernandez from the JPaul Hernandez podcast. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Roma. Nice to see you again.
Yes. He said again kasi we have an episode coming out on that Broke Pinay podcast. So please check that out. But today, we will be more, mas magiging personal yung pag-uusapan natin because we will talk about love and relationship. And ang topic ko for Mr. JPaul Hernandez is there is always the hotter girl or the hotter guy for me. Yun kasi,
yes.
To be honest guys I've been looking for a guest for this topic. Giveaway na natin. Kailangan ko na serial dater dito. So, hopefully hindi ka naman nila na-judge agad-agad. No, I mean like,
okay lang. So, you've ma-judge.
You've dated a lot. Can I say a lot or a number of women?
I've dated.
You've dated?
A few. Yeah, quite a number.
So okay, how did it started? Yung ma-date na tao kasi I think may may reason why.
Okay, I mean, okay. So, paano ko ba explain to? Kasi grade 7 pa lang ako na ipag-date na ako.
Wow, grade 7. Hindi ay sa bagay kasi guy hindi ka binagbabawalan. For babae kasi medyo strict yung, I don't know, for me I mean, of course I'm talking about myself and my friends na medyo pag babae, di ba?
I guess I was in the wrong crowd. I was part of the, group when I was growing up. So, yun. Tapos...
Kasi athlete ka din, di ba? So you're one of the cool guys. Aminin mo na. Go.
But yeah, I mean, may influence yung mga friends ko. So let's just put it that way. So yun. So, and I parang yun yung, sino yung, who are the people you hang out with? That's what you become So,
yes.
And they're not bad people, but ito yung environment namin. And yun, so parang what? Yan, yun. So parang, syempre, because you're in sports, may mga older people kang kausap. Tas, older seniors in high school, juniors, parang may chicks. So parang, I wanna be like that. So yung ganon. So very open, very sabik. Sorry for the term, sabik talaga. I think yun. And then we just wanted it.
You had this image kasi na parang, para maging cool guy, you have to have a lot of women in your life. Parang ganon.
You just had to, well, paano ba?
So are we saying, babaero ka?
Malandi. Yun na lang.
Guys. Yun. Sige.
Hindi naman, kasi never, I promise you, never ako nag-two-time. Pero there was a constant flirt.
Okay.
So yung ganon. So, but it was, yun nga parang madali kasing kiligin. Tapos, ito na, okay na, ganyan. I think at that time, kilig was love. Kilig equals love. Hindi pala. I mean, now I know better. But
when you're younger, you don't understand kasi the feelings Basta you're happy. Yeah. You're excited.
Ano to na feel ko? Parang ganon. So, yung ganyan. And I was really malandi. And I just, parang what, a girl can make me happy, yung ganon. And I love the chase. I love it. Tapos then, But ganun, after a few months, parang wala na. Tapos, you break up kasi nga matinding infatuation lang talaga siya. Intense infatuation. And then it was not real love. It was purely emotional.
It's pananlandian. Oh my gosh. Mga pananlandian relationships.
Yeah. Tapos lalandi ka ulit. Tapos wala mangyayari. Kayo, whatever. Lalandi ka ulit. And then it became a never-ending cycle. And there was not real happiness. Yung masaya ka, kilig. But again, I repeat, kilig was not enough to make you happy. So I thought, having a girlfriend or different girls would make me happy. Hindi pala.
But the thing kasi, JPaul, I would understand yung hindi nag-work yung relationship mo when you were younger. I would understand that kasi bata ka eh. Bata, diba? Below 18, ganyan. But if you're, I think, siguro mga 21, 23, ganyan. Siguro by that time, medyo maano na eh. May iba na yung outlook mo when it comes to relationship. Pero with that behavior mo before, how did it affect your relationship? As in, ikaw ba yung tipong may girlfriend ka na, tapos biglang you lost interest, tapos ayaw mo na, tapos lalandi ka na ulit agad-agad? Walang moving on period, ganon?
How do I say this that I will not be crucified?
Again, this is a safe space,
that we just promote to everyone, and with my social media and so lang. I guess nung high school to like parang basta teenager, ganun siya eh. Kasi the worst thing that happens is emotional pain. Wala pa siyang sabotage na matindi. And I guess sabotage is a very deep word because when I was in college, I got into a really serious relationship, and nabot years talaga kami. And then what really broke us apart was LDR and complications na actually ako yung nasaktan. Sabi ko nga, sa gwapuhan ko, ako pa nasaktan. De joke lang yan nga. Malakas lang talaga loob ko.
Gusto ko yun. Ako, sa tipo kong to, ako pa talaga.
Tapos yun, I didn't know na talagang martyr pala ako. Nasaktan eh. But anyway, yun, I guess it comes from toxic masculinity din ng Filipino culture, or what I grew up, or I guess I was broken. And then I was really broken growing up, and so I thought that the love that I needed from my parents, from whatever, and then now from my ex, nakahanap siya sa ibang babae. Hindi pala. So when I was hurt by my ex, talagang dinamdam ko, pero ayokong damdamin.
So you find ways to bring it out.
Yes.
But also you're denying yourself na, no, I'm going through this shit.
Yeah. So parang it came to a point that I was with a girl na parang na-in love na siya sa kapo eh, no? And then every time na parang okay na kami, I think it happened 2 or 3 times. Okay na. But then I would reflect and then say, sorry, hindi pa pala ako over sa ex ko.
So you're using her as an excuse? Salbahing bata to. Salbahe, grabe.
Hindi, kasi gusto ko na ibigay sarili ko talaga. Tapos biglang, teka, bakit ko pa naiisip tong ex ko? Parang ganyan.
Pero okay. Hindi, wait. Totoo naman talagang hindi ka pa nakaka-get over. Akala ko you're just using her as an excuse.
No. Okay. Parang, I mean, we would start building a relationship na with another person. Kasi, uy, masaya to. Pero parang bakit may love ko pa rin yun? Akala mo, hindi ko maintindihan yung emotions ko nun eh. I didn't really understand love, to be honest. And I thought, jumping from one relationship to another will mask it, and will parang force akala ko kasi parang, di ba pag may lagnat ka, hindi, pawisan ka, okay ka na, parang ganun. Demonstrating love life, ganun. Hindi, love life ka ulit para okay na. Sorry, sobrang stupid. That's my stupid me.
Pero wait, why did you try to patch things up with your ex before? Kasi instead of, sige, jumping from one relationship to another, why not just go back to that person na lagi mo namang nirarason na hindi pa ako makamove on eh.
We were in and out eh. We were in and out of the relationship, but it was just becoming toxic and toxic and toxic and toxic. So we were really broken, and the relationship was already broken so much, and I was hating her for whatever reason. And I can't say that story because parang wala, I mean, di na kami nag-uusap eh, so I just don't want to trash talk her.
It's okay.
But I can say my stuff, but yun, so that was really a bad relationship already.
But this is the first
big, really heartbreak na talagang, the pain is, doon ko na-realize, hurting people hurt other people.
Yeah.
Kasi this person hurt me or whatever, then I was accidentally destroying myself by entering the wrong relationships, hurting other ladies na, I mean, they were innocent. Nagustuhan nila ako for the right reason.
But you're not available emotionally for them.
I was not ready to commit. And probably, if ever naging kami, baka, or whatever, mas lalo pang napasama. Kasi, yun eh, parang, stupid me. Stupid me. I was really wrong. And I guess yun nga, toxic masculinity, ayaw mo aminin may problema ka eh. And I did not seek for help.
Kasi diba, pag lalaki kasi, I think in the society ngayon, medyo nagbabago na eh. Na pagka the more na marami kang naging girlfriend or relationship, parang, okay yun. Gwapo ka, gwapong-gwapo ka noon.
Magastos pala.
Oo, lalaking-lalaki ka noon. Pero, parang, come to think of it, like I said, diba, this was inspired by Barney kasi, diba? Sabi na, there's always a hotter girl. To those who are fans of How I Met Your Mother, kasi diba, si Barney Stinson is a serial dater, like sobra, like everyday, diba? Everyday, may iba-iba yung dinidate niya. But come to think of it, the character of Barney is looking for love and attention because he didn't have it while growing up. And growing up. Yeah, acceptance. Hindi niya, he didn't experience it. That's why every now and then, pagka excited siya whenever he sees his mom, diba? His dad, nagpapakaano siya kasi he's asking for affection, and his way of, womanizing, or, for us, dating, we are looking for something that we don't know or we don't understand.
Yeah.
Kung ano ba yung gusto natin. Kasi, so ang ending, you're given something na okay naman, pero parang, ayaw mo pa rin, parang hinahanap ka pa rin, ay, teka lang, mas maganda yun, parang gusto ko rin yun. Yeah. But in reality, in a relationship, hindi kasi pwedeng lagi na lang nagpapalit yung gusto mo. Because if you want to be married, marriage is it's a permanent commitment eh. So and JPaul is happily married now, diba? You have a wife, you have a son, and ang tanong ko, paano mo na-overcome paano mo nasabi na, yeah, there's always a hotter girl, but I choose this person?
It's a long process. Na-feel mo ba yung lalim na hinga ko?
May pause.
Yeah. But, yeah, so, I remember I wrote this on sa book ko, and then I was one evening, mga 3 a.m. I was driving sa Skyway. I was tipsy, Tapos
galing mo sa gimmick, ganyan.
Yeah, you know the sinful life. And then it dawned on me, like, every week na lang to.
Oh my gosh. Ang ganda nung parang awakening mo.
Yeah. Every week, ito na lang. Parang,
Totoo.
What? What? Is this life? Parang ganun. Parang, is this life? Is this... Oh, they said more exciting things about life. Parang ito na yun. Like, this will not end. And I told a few friends, sabi, sama ka sa amin. Sama kami, pina-attend kami prayer meeting, ganyan, kay feast, yan. So, okay. Sabi niya, hindi ako yan. Hindi, maraming chicks. Tara! Kailan mo tayo pupunta?
Yan. Yung mga iba kasi, alam mo, to be honest bago mo ituloy ang kwentong yan, yung iba talaga nag-attend na, umamin na kayo kung nakikinig kayo, total intimate naman to, wala naman nakakarinig na iba. Diba? Sumasama ka sa mga Youth for Christ, Singles for Christ, mga ganyan-ganyan pa event ng church kasi gusto mong makakilala ng potential girlfriend or boyfriend.
Yeah. Gusto mo maka-holding hand sa misa na maganda. Yung ganun.
Yes, true. Diba?
But I won't deny it. Chicks talaga ang aking main reason for attending the feast. A prayer meeting. but then, yun. Tas, may chicks, ganyan. Tas, I found myself slowly really enjoying it and attend. Tas, may attendan akong parang development program for men. So, parang, and then there's this guy, Brother Obet, who really JPaul, you're so much potential. Hindi niya alam yung buhay ko, pero parang I feel you're wasting your life. Parang, ba't mo alam? Parang gano'n.
Kapit-bahay ba kita, brother?
Oo, parang gano'n. And then he really sat down with me and he became a second father.
Wow.
And all I really needed pala was a father figure. There was so much pain growing up with my dad. I was molested. Growing up by a stranger, and all those issues and bad relationship with parents. So it was a cocktail for really bad stuff in my life, and then there's this guy, and then parang every stupid thing I realized that I did was a cry for love. Rebellion, all those girling, landiing was like a big shout, guys, mahalin niyo lang ako. And there's this guy, who treated me like I was the cleanest guy in the world. And he saw me na parang, wow, bakit ganun? He even helped me repair my relationship with my dad. And talagang ganun katindi, Roma. And then I said, teka, no, I am valuable and I deserve better. And people deserve better of me. Parang ganun. So, slowly I loved myself. It's really self-love Parang I allowed this shit to happen because I didn't love myself. And because I didn't love myself, I hurt other people. And what I started with messaging all the landi girls that I did and said sorry. Some I made, some nagkita pa kami. And
wow, even, you really parang hinanap mo silang lahat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even yung ex ko, even before maging, I said, hey, parang, even message her, sabi ko, thank you, alam kong okay na I mean, parang, I'm really sorry if I hurt you and I'm releasing you of any pain and I really pray that you'll be blessed. As in, talagang I really, even if hindi na maging sobrang tinding closure, pero ako siguro guy, very experiential, kailangan ko siyang at least magawa to heal and really own up to my mistake. And then that's really hard. Para kang nagpurgatory. But I had to do it to free myself and free them because they didn't deserve my behavior. And yun, so slowly things got better. Para I don't need to be in a relationship to be happy. And that's really how it started.
Wow, that's a beautiful process that you've gone through. Pero kasi 'di ba, JPaul, kung babalikan natin yung previous before mo na-meet si brother
Obet
na nag-guide sa iyo. Kasi before baka siguro in the minds of these women na nakasama mo, but we're willing to love you. We're willing to accept you. Kasi kung yung may problema, hindi mo pa naiintindihan na, di ba, you are looking for love. All I need is love and attention. But we're giving it to you, JPaul. Di ba?
Feel ko ang gwapo ko.
Di ba? Hindi naman namin. Am I not enough? Parang gano'n, di ba? May gano'n. Kasi I think also probably may na-meet ka na, may mga babae kasi na very, very common yung thinking na, you know what, I'm gonna change this guy. magbabago sa akin to.
Kaya nasisira buhay ng babae. Kahit gano'n maganda eh.
Yung gano'n, diba? Parang, magbabago to. Bad boy. Game. Papabaguhin ko yan. Papabaitin ko yan. May mga ganong thinking kasi. So, what you're saying is, you have to realize it and you have to do it alone, not with anyone's help. Even if you're crying for help.
Yeah. I mean, of course, if you have a girlfriend na medyo okay naman kayo, you don't have to break up. Ako lang, I really needed to free myself kasi I was really bondaged. I was imprisoned by whatever. So yun, yeah, you no person can make you happy. And what I know now is that if you, how do I say this? If you align your happiness, base your happiness because of someone, you'll never be happy. Because your perfect idea, temporary lang yan eh. So, yeah, if you're never happy by yourself, you'll never be happy with someone.
I agree. Totoo yan. Alam mo yung sinasabi nila, you can't give love if it's not overflowing from you, diba? Kasi paano ka nga magsasali ng tubig kung wala ka mismong tubig sa baso mo, diba? So,
that's true.
I think that's a very simple way of explaining it. Pero, may I ask, how did you, sige, you've gone through the process. So, how did you say, how can you tell nung time na nakilala mo si wife mo na, okay, I'm ready? And guys, by the way, he has a very interesting story dun with his wife kasi, sige, can you tell? I'll give you the floor to say the story. Kasi
that's okay.
Very, very interesting talaga. No, it's your story. You should say it. You should tell it.
Yeah, so my wife and I were friends in the feast. Kasi nag-serve na ako, nag-serve din siya. And nagandahan ako. To be honest, nagandahan ako sa kanya. Pero noong time na yun, di pa ako okay. So, friends lang kami. Siya din, galing sa breakup. Tinutime siya ng ex niya, ganyan. So, yun. So, we could relate.
May common factor, oo.
We became really, really good friends. And, yun. Tapos, and then alam ko nang okay na ako. So, parang tanong ko nung somebody was guiding, ano nang plano mo sa buhay? Ano na yung mga goals mo? Ito na, I wanna pursue my dreams, etc., etc. So, ano pa mga what if mo? What if ko ganyan? Parang bigla ako na pag ganun. Yung parang bigla na kuryente. What if ko pala si Viv?
Wow. Almost the one that got away pa, Mario.
Kasi yung naliligaw sa kanya eh. Like, she was in the States for a year because she was thinking about working there. So, pero friends lang kami. Magka-chat kami lagi. Pero friends. Like BFF, ganun. And then, sabi ko, ito naman naliligaw sa akin. Kumukha ni Julio Iglesias.
Wow, guwapo. Sultry.
Ganyan. Taga Peru, mga ganyan. So, ba? Okay. Tapos parang, natawa lang ako. Tapos, and then, yun na-realize ko, siya nga. Tapos, okay, sige. Pinag-pray ko, ganyan. Sabi ko, sige, amin na ako. Tapos sabi ko, na-realize ko, sabi ko, pwede ba tayo di ba may book ang hihiramin sa akin? Pwede ka magbasa ng book eh. So, may hiramin kang book, no? Sabi ko, gusto mo daling ko sa bahay mo? Landi, magkita naman kami next week.
May effort si Kuya. Bakit kaya? Oo.
Sabi ko, hindi pa ako kumakain dinner, kain tayo. So, sige, barkada kami. Tapos, yun. And then, we were eating, parang ninervous na ako, ganyan. So, usually, wala yung kadaldalan ko. And then, sabi ko, sige, coffee tayo kasi parang ingay sa restaurant. So, coffee kami. Then I said, I realized that ikaw pala yung what if ko. And I did my best to stop myself from loving you. But I just can't stop it anymore.
Wow! Grabe, pang pelikula yung linya. Grabe. So, anong reaction ni Viv?
Sabi niya
ng wife mo?
Tinignan niya ako, sabi niya sa akin, thank you.
I'm sorry.
Sabi ko, ano to? Uwi ako mag-isa? Parang gano'n.
Nagdrama si Kuya. Parang bibiglas ka siya. Thank you. So, anong reaction mo? No? So, was it a rejection right away or?
Tapos na-shock kasi parang stinap niya na yung emotions niya towards me eh. Tapos biglang here I come, ginugulo ko yung bahay emotion niya. Kasi nilet go niya na yung feelings pala na meron, na parang pwede. Kasi nga parang naisipan niya pwede eh. Kasi parang okay kami and everyone say bagay kami. Tapos yun, tapos parang sige, sabi ko, hindi, ba't niligawan ka? Sabi niya, okay, sige, ligawan mo ako. Tapos parang, okay. Tapos yun, tapos alam ko yung friend ko. Sabi ko, pare, kamusta na? Tumawag siya sa akin. Pare, usap tayo, coffee tayo, ganyan-ganyan. Tapos,
mga coffee na yan eh. Either mamumutang yan o di kaya may sasabihin
tapos sabi niya, sabi niya, ano yan sa inyo ni Viv? Pare, maamin ako. Sabi ni Viv, thank you. Kasi pare sa magsuminom, tara. sabi niya, daan muna tayo sa ganitong lugar. Bakit? Susundan si Viv. Bakit? Akala ba thank you? Oo nga, thank you. Pero pwede ko na siya ligawan. Loko-loko ka! Isang oras ako nasa stress.
Ibig sabihin, pwede. May possibility eh. The fact that in-accept ka ni girl, that's a go signal na okay, pwedeng may possibility na may tayo.
Yeah. Tsaka ito yun eh, di ba? Parang ang girl naman di sasama sa guy kung wala siyang opening, di ba? Hindi. Yun. So anyway.
Especially you guys, you have friendship. You're friends, di ba?
Pero tumatambay kami ng kaming dalawa lang eh.
Di ba? Yung mga ganun.
Nagko-coffee kami na hanggang 2 a.m.
She felt safe with you, di ba? Yeah. May trust na, may trust between you guys.
Yeah. So yun. Tapos anyway, what happened was, naging kami, tapos parang nag-kiss kami, ganyan. Parang, okay, here we go again. Parang, so nagbagong buhay na ako, naki-Lord na eh. Sabi ko, Lord, mukhang feeling ko pagka inaya ako si Viv ganito, mukhang hindi sa akin to, mukhang in love siya sa akin eh.
So nakikinig si Hernandez ngayon, hello po, oo.
Oo. Tapos sabi ko, hindi. Hindi, Lord, gusto ko na talaga maayos yung buhay ko. And then,
but wait, JPaul, was there a time na naramdaman mo or she told you na she's somewhat scared because, you know, kilala ka niya eh. Kilala niya yung modus mo eh. Alam niya yung mga galawan mo eh. So, diba? Diba?
Yeah, and even like I would show her texts of girls that would message me.
Exactly. So, alam niya yung pinapasok niya. Was there a time na, alam mo yung naramdaman mo na medyo feeling mo nag-a-adjust siya or may fear na
yes, may severe fear. Kaya yung
hold back.
Kaya yung thank you niya parang may 1 minute delay yung sagot. But but she saw me change. Nakita niya muna nagbago ako eh. So parang it was very big. Hindi ako yung lumandi habang nagbabago. Nagbago muna ako bago lumandi. And yun, tapos sabi ko lang, alam ko it's gonna be crazy, pero kasi if we have like sex before we get married, babalik ako dun sa like what my relationship was. Very toxic, parang katawan lang, and I don't want to be, I want us to be okay, to be clean, kasi just because of my past, our past. And then sabi niya, pangit pa ako, ayaw mo halikan. Hindi, ang ganda mo nga. Gusto natin kubaran ngayon, pero I need to sacrifice. Ganyan, for a better...
It's something that it's a choice that you did for yourself.
Yes, kasi it will be an ever-ending cycle of toxicity. I mean, that was in my head. Tapos yun, tinanggap niya. Tapos alam mo, Roma, I think it's hard to explain. Pero as we pursued that, wala kasi kaming action. So, date namin, kwentuhan. And then we really got to know each other. And then we fell in love totally to who the other person is. And talagang, I accepted her, she accepted me. And then that woundedness of yung sa dad ko, sa being molested, we pursued on healing together. And then it was clean. And when we got married, I remember I was crying. And it was we chose the song Amazing Grace because I was so sinful. So she was walking down the aisle, very small chapel. Then I was crying, and I was like, Lord, I don't deserve this woman. Then I felt God speak to my heart and say, yes, you don't. Lord, bakit ganun? Parang ganun.
Oo nga, you don't. Sabi ni Lord.
But then I felt God speak to me, say, but that's how much I love you. I will give you more than what you deserve. And it was so beautiful. And every day, Roma, I just fall in love with my wife.
Wow.
And this is through pregnancy and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I just love her, and I just can't imagine myself being with somebody else. And sobrang thankful. Everything was worth it. All those journey. And then I realized, okay, that's why it did not work out with everyone else. Because we were really meant to be together.
Wow, that's so beautiful. Ngayon, JPaul, if you will go back in time and makikita mo or mamimit mo yung young JPaul who is a serial dater or who would always look at the hotter girl in the room or, you know, choose the hotter girl, what will you tell him?
Pare, sayang ang pera tsaka oras. Mag-gym ka na lang. I-invest mo na sa stock market yun. Milyonaryo ka na sana. No, yeah, I mean, you but probably I'll say that too. And because it's legit. Sayang yung time, effort. Sana pag MBA ako. Kinompute ko yung mga time na nilandi ko. Sana nag-MBA na lang ako. Parang
Totoo naman kasi mahal talaga mag-date. You dine her, you wine her, diba? I mean, if you're that type, ha? May iba kasi na hindi gano'n, KKB, diba?
Yeah, kakain ka pa, may pang-action ka pa, whatever. Mm-hmm. So, yun. So, sayang, honestly, your teens and 20s should be meant for building your future. Yun. So, that's really it. And it's not about love. Hindi lang sa love eh. Kasi parang nung tumanda, love ko ba naman yung wife ko? May utak nga lang. Ngayon may utak na ako.
May kasama nag-iisip na rin yung brain mo. Ano? Yung talagang dapat mag-isip. Oo.
Yeah. But I think I want to say this to everyone watching. Mabait niya. Hindi. I mean, I tell you know how healthy our relationship became. You know, I tell my wife that there are days that I am tempted to look at other women. And then I tell her na, especially I give talks. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I do, business meetings. I deal with a lot of women. And in Makati, BGC, women are really power dressing and, dress talaga. Like, talagang, teka, pang dress ba to? Pang party ba to? Pang office? Yung mga ganon.
And sometimes there are women then who would prefer to flirt with men who are actually married. Kasi for them, it's a challenge. May mga ganyan talaga. Ay, nako, tantanan nyo ako. May mga ganyan talagang babae. May mga ganyan na ang talagang tinatarget nila. Tinatarget talaga. Ang gusto talaga nila is yung married men. Because for them, they are more mature. They know how to handle women more. They have the resources. They have the experience. They have the emotional maturity. That's why some women, they love either older men or those who are in a married men. Diba?
Yeah. And yeah, I guess I have to keep quiet. But then I
have to keep quiet talaga.
I love what my wife said. Parang one time she thanked me and she said, you know what I love about our marriage is that the way you looked at me when I was single was still the same way you looked at me when I was 9 months pregnant. And then when I was losing my baby weight, yung pa rin yung tingin mo sa akin. Yung may love, tenderness, and bastos. So, parang for her, thank you. Parang, medyo syempre may landing marriage. Yung, you still desire me and I really appreciate that.
Alam mo, dapat pa rin naman, even if you're married, I agree. You have to be flirty pa din. You have to be flirty pa rin sa isa't isa. So, for us, me and my husband, parang mas naging flirty nga kami when we got married eh. Kasi mas open, mas hindi ka na nahihiya, diba? Yeah. And you can be very flirty any way you want because you're husband and wife. And it keeps your relationship interesting. Diba? And
So, yun.
saludo ako. I mean, alam mo, ang hirap nung gano'n na yung iba kasi, that's why it's medyo nag-aaway, lalo na pagka ang naging asawa, medyo babaero or, parang yung selos kasi ang hirap na kalaban nun eh. It means to say that if someone is nagsiselos or jealous, ganyan, ibig sabihin, they don't feel secure. And your wife, I believe, she feels secured naman sa relationship.
Very much. And, she is, because sometimes I really am, I in my contact list, may mga kausap ko talaga na, I know people na, hubadera or
bakit may boobs dyan?
or celebrity or whoever. But she trusts me, and I may open communication talaga. That's very, very important.
Important din na you make her feel secure.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yun yung wala siyang pagselosan din eh. Kasi kilala niya ako eh. Alam niya rin galaw ko pag may nilalandi ako eh. Kasi kilala niya ako eh. So, wala talagang takas. Yes. Alam niya yung buka ng ilong ko.
Ilong talaga. Tama, oo. Pero alam mo, I'm glad that we had this conversation, and you said that you have to, ano yung sabi mo kanina? You have to know yourself first, and you have to deal with your shits alone. Because I was, in my mind before we started this conversation, akala ko ang kapupuntahan ng discussion natin is, when will you stop looking at the hotter girl? It's when you find the right one. Hindi pala. That's just part of the process. But the main part is you have to understand what you're looking for and ano ba yung issues mo sa buhay, sa sarili mo.
Yeah.
Then you fixed it. And then when you find the right one, then make it happen, diba? Sobrang. Wow. Thank you, JPaul, for being so game at for sharing your stories sa show. Would you like to please invite them to follow you, where to find you, invite them to your podcast?
Yeah. So, my podcast, JPaul Hernandez podcast, parang the Roma Miclat podcast.
Yes.
And we talk about financial freedom. It's just career, finances. And I just go to me social media. I do a lot of content. And just if you have questions about relationships, my wife and I are thinking about releasing our podcast to talk about these stuff. So we're really just looking for a name. So yun. So that's it. We'll just message me for anything. Love advice.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, JPaul. And please don't forget to follow the Roma Miclat podcast. Once again, I'm on Spotify, basically everywhere, Facebook, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you're getting your podcast fix. And then until our next episode, bye!